Yeah.
Nikki's losing right now. Losing bad.
Oh, you said that on camera.
She's
Set
not
him up.
her diss is it's not good. You wanna know how I know it's not good? I know the Nicki Minaj diss record isn't good because she keeps releasing. Well, this is the one I wanted to release. This was the beat I wanted. No, bro, that's because you know it didn't hit, bro.
You can't fight
Well,
me like
I
Yeah,
don't even care.
I actually agree with everything Charlamagne had to say. I might feel differently about the diss, but you can't tweet the bars for 2 days and then basically release what you tweeted. Like it was this all the stuff you had been saying, you just put in the song now. Then she does the whisper at the issues. It's a really, really bad song. Like a really bad song.
these are the thoughts of Carrington Harrison and Carrington Harrison only. I don't want no barbs in my mentions.
Bar,
Exactly. All right.
your
So
fingers
good
get blocked.
morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Welcome back to
morning.
Kast. This is the early Super Bowl edition. We didn't think we was going to Nicki Minaj Megan Stallion to start the show, but whatever. We got our guy
What you
Carrington
brought
from
it up?
610 Sports Radio on with us. Thank you for hopping on with us, brother. What's good
Man,
with you?
absolutely, man. I'm happy to do it, man. Happy to be celebrating Super Bowl week with you. Country might be the only one who picked them to be in the Super Bowl. You know, Country ain't never wavered, dog. Country would defend the Chiefs to the death, dog. Would defend them
Me
to
and
the
Nick,
death.
hey, me and
And
Nick Wright are twins.
this one was improbable. They went 4-4 in their final 8 games, and then they turned it on, man. They figured it out in the final 3 games of the season, and here we are, man.
I told you.
Yep. Prove them wrong, right?
I told you. I told you.
Prove them wrong.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
Carrington
So
already. I just so happen to be tuning in at 610, and Carrington already got the Chargers in the Super Bowl. As soon as they hired Jim Harbaugh,
You said just one Super Bowl. They're going to the next. They're about to become the
he
Chiefs.
said multiple championships.
This is the
Boogie,
last game
why
of the
Boogie
Chiefs
not
run.
here? Why you not
you
here?
said,
He knew about this, right?
yeah, I sent the
This
link.
this is the last game of the Chiefs run, country. You better enjoy it because Jim Harbaugh's coming. You remember in the wire when Omar was walking, they was all scared. That's how you need to be about Jim Harbaugh.
Man,
I'm
ain't
not
nobody
scared
worried
of Jim.
about Jim Harbaugh, man.
I'm not scared of Jim Harbaugh at all.
Jim Harbaugh
Ain't
coming,
nobody
dog.
worried about him.
Not with them being $45 million over the cap.
I mean, Chiefs fans been telling me for 3 years, salary cap ain't real. Salary cap don't matter.
It's real. It's real when you $45 million over there.
The Saints. That's who they are, the Saints.
What's up, Chris?
Good morning, D-Mac.
I,
Morning, everybody.
I thought
D-Mac
for
just
sure we told Boogie about this show. But
D-Mac looked like he just got off Zoom church.
Full 4 quarter zip and everything, man. You know.
it's bad with TDJ.
Yeah, he just got off Zoom
Man.
church, man.
TD Jakes, you sure you want to say that name right now?
Oh, man, we don't believe the rumors, do we?
I'm just
he,
saying, bro.
he was
I'm not
laying
trying to
hands on
find out
Pop.
if it's true or not. I'm
I
not
might
trying to find
actually
out if
believe
it's
the
true or
rumors.
not.
Country, let me ask you this question, man, to kick this
Uh-oh.
off. What I never was completely off, but I definitely wavered about Kansas City. What made you never waver with this team on like a very serious note? You never was off. You was always on the they gonna figure it out, they gonna figure it out, they gonna figure it out.
Because in every matchup, they still have the best quarterback head coach combo in every matchup, potentially. So I just never believed. I just always thought it would come together. It was simple fixings. You've seen flashes of what it could be, but they just had to put it together. It was too many wide receivers. Travis Kelce was hurt and looking old, and Taylor Swift was a distraction. But if they just locked in, it was just ready. It was just there. I always just knew it was there. It's just a matter of time before they lock in. And once Pat gets to the playoffs, it's a different. We're dealing with a different season. It's a different person, a different mentality, and yeah, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I just always believe It took a little longer than I thought, but I did believe.
It's crazy because like I don't actually think that they played very well in the AFC Championship game. Like they didn't score in the second half. And I mean, I felt like the biggest thing was they just, to your point, country, they just quit making the mistakes that hurt them the most.
Mm-hmm.
They only had 30 penalty yards. They didn't turn the football over. They won the sack differential 4-2. Like they just, in every important game in the regular season, they would do one thing that would kill them. And I don't think they did in this game. Is that mine or yours?
It was Chuck's. I was going through the mics.
Charles?
It's Chuck.
Yeah, it was Chuck's.
Damn,
I was trying to
Charles.
throw it in.
Chuck.
I was trying to, I'm telling you, that's why Kylie carried this podcast. She would never have this happening.
Going through and making sure that it wasn't. I was like, is it me?
Shout out to Kylie, man. Rest in peace, Kimba.
Yes. Shout out to Kylie.
What happened to Kim? Somebody, her dog died?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dog died.
Yeah,
man.
her dog died.
I wish I could change my name then. Can I do that during the
Yeah, I
thing?
think you still can.
I don't think you can change it during the thing.
R.I.P.
No, it's still giving her
I'm
props,
about to
man.
put it in the chat.
She love and everything.
Press the 3 dots on your thing and you can change it.
What happened?
No, shout out to Country. He never did waver on this team. And I agree with your take about this team not necessarily playing an A+ game in the AFC Championship game. Certainly not on offense. Obviously, they got up and controlled the game, and like you said, they focused on not making those mistakes. And Mahomes has kind of shifted himself into completely eliminating pretty much every negative play. I mean, he barely has taken a sack this entire playoffs, and obviously refuses to put the ball in harm's way. So at this time, I mean, it's a formula that works. I think that it'll have to change for the Super Bowl. I think they'll have to play better on offense because I think the San Francisco offense is a little bit better equipped, certainly, to put some points on the board. But ultimately speaking, I mean, I always thought as long as they limit the mistakes, this team could go on a run. But, you know, it was difficult to see them deciding to limit all the mistakes for 3 straight playoff games. And I understood why people were skeptical of that.
Yeah, I mean,
So you had no faith that they could lock in for like 3 games? For like 4 games?
You talking to me?
Yeah. I'm talking about the room.
I mean, it's weird just because we watch them so much, so I see a lot of the things that you're saying. It just felt like drops, penalties, and turnovers just define them for 18 weeks. That it's just hard to be like, all right, now in the 3 most important games, they're going to figure all these things out. But we talked about this on the show. I really think the loss to Vegas was exactly what they needed. That was the last time that Patrick Mahomes turned the football over. That was on Christmas. You know what I mean? Like Valentine's Day is next week. And that was the last time that he turned the football over. They only ran it 11 times with Isaiah Pacheco. And I really think that in that game, and maybe the game against Cincinnati, so that like week stretch, the Chiefs just figured out what they need to do to win. I've been saying this for the longest time. I said this on you guys' podcast back in October. They were just playing too many wide receivers. And that room's not good enough to try to get wide receivers 6 and 7 involved. Like we were like, what about Justin Watson? What about Richie James? What about not throwing them the ball? Like, stop doing this. That in the playoffs, I think they really, really like honed in on Isaiah Pacheco, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, and limiting the opportunities of everybody else. I mean, the game against the Eagles after the bye week, Justin Watson got 11 targets. Justin Watson should never be throwing the ball 11 times in an NFL game. And then I said, it's like, oh, why are you hating? I'm not hating. He's not a good enough player to get 11 targets. And in the 11 targets, he got 47 yards. I'm just not surprised in that scenario. So I really just think sort of through trial.
11 to 47 is wild.
11 targets for 47 yards.
That's disgusting.
That,
Very
like,
disgusting.
I really think the Chiefs just eventually learned, all right, if we're going to go out, we got to go out with Mahomes, Kelce, Rice, Pacheco, and playing really good defense. And to D-Mac's point, just not turning the football over. That I think we maybe oversold margin of error with the Chiefs in the regular season. Like, they don't need to be perfect to win the Super Bowl. Like, they don't have to be perfect next week. They don't have to score 34 points and hold Christian McCaffrey to 25 yards rushing. That's not realistic, but continue to run the football. Like, the most encouraging thing about the AFC Championship was even like Isaiah Pacheco didn't have a great day, but they stayed committed to doing it. They stayed committed to running the football, controlling time of possession, and playing good football. And They got the costly, like normally they were the ones that had the big drop. They normally had the big fumble. They normally did the things. This time they caused Baltimore to do all those things, and that's how they won.
And
I'd say the
here's the
team
thing,
still. Go ahead,
like
sir.
my thing is this. I've been telling Chiefs fans this for a long time, bro. Like, if we just commit to running the ball just enough, we can win the whole thing. And Chiefs fans just refuse to go with me on this for a long time. Like, bro, we a pass team. Andy Reid don't run the ball, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't care what y'all say. If he wants to win it all, you better commit to the run. You can't win it all without running the ball. And like you said, Carrington, it wasn't like an effective 28 touches from Isaiah Pacheco, but we stayed committed to it just so the defense can respect it and keep the defense honest. So here we are.
And they still even, and this is why I kind of felt even more confident going up against the Ravens, was that they didn't play a perfect game versus Buffalo. They went on the road. They had to face, a superstar quarterback that was able to put significant points on the board, all things considered. And they fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line and gave away 7 points, and they still were able to win that game. And so, like you talk about it, the margin of error, I think, was something that I certainly undersold. Was this team could still afford to make some mistakes. They just needed to not be major ones. They, against the Dolphins, they had a touchdown taken off the board. Against the Ravens, they had a touchdown taken off the board due to the penalty. So I think that there were, even if you were on the optimistic side, that there might have been a little bit of understating as far as the margin for error. This team doesn't need to play perfect football. But certainly from the standpoint of what they've been able to do, like you said, distilling down the offense to their three major playmakers, focusing on highlighting what this offensive line does best, especially in the run game, because they've cut out a lot of the fat as far as a lot of, outside zone from shotguns, as far as those runs that just weren't productive throughout the entirety of the season. They've known that the gap and power schemes are the things they need to stick to. So I've been impressed from that standpoint that, what they do always this time of year, the game plans get specific. They target what the other team is weak at, and they make sure to highlight what this team is strong at, whatever it is needed. And that's how they've gotten to this point, along with, the just overall mentality of we're going to limit these mistakes that we made far too often throughout the regular season.
And I was very confident the entire time. I already knew the AFC East, man, they had nothing come for us. I was not worried one bit going against the Dolphins and Bills. The only team that I respected throughout this run was the Baltimore Ravens. Just simply off the fact they was pretty much dominant throughout the entire year. It's okay, I know this is not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a difficult one. We definitely have to play all four quarters against this team. And we did what we had to do.
That confidence is what made them lose, because they hadn't faced a test in 11 weeks. They hadn't been tested for weeks. And when they got tested, they folded.
It was similar to what we saw for the Eagles last year. The Eagles had cruised throughout the playoffs. They had been such a dominant team throughout the entirety of the regular season. Throughout, and I remember talking to a bunch of Eagles fans leading up to it. They were like, yeah, man, look, y'all don't have to deal with us. I was like, look, you've played a lot of good teams. You've dominated, obviously, throughout the playoffs. But what you're going to see on Super Bowl Sunday is going to be different than anything that you've ever experienced. And that's not, being cocky Chiefs fan. That's the reality of the situation. You're going up against a Hall of Fame quarterback coach duo. That's not anything to take lightly. And Steve Spagnuolo is your defensive coordinator. So there are things that you're going to have to go against that are, you're going to have to adjust to, that you haven't seen all year. And obviously we took advantage of it in the Super Bowl. But it's the same thing for the Ravens, dominating Jacksonville and Miami. And even San Francisco. That's cute, but it is not Mahomes, Andy Reid, and folks coming into your building playing an incredibly tight game with everything that they got game plan going wise, and making sure that they're going to try and make a trip to the Super Bowl. That's a different level of pressure, different level of expectations, different level of game plan than you're going to face throughout any other game in the regular season.
This is why they got to win the Super Bowl. This is why they got to win, because this defense isn't going to look like this next year. Don't get used to it, because either Chris Jones is leaving or Snead is leaving. It's not going to look the same. So we got to win it right now while we can. Defense wins championships.
Go ahead, John.
I got a question, Carrington. I got a question for you, bro. So, this is what's been killing me ever since we won. What's with the whole script thing? Some people really coming on the internet talking about, man, the NFL flipped the script. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like, it was too obvious. The script got leaked early. It was too obvious. They couldn't have either one of them teams win.
Charles, this is what
Stuff.
you do during every NBA season. What are you
uh,
talking about?
Yeah, what do you? That's why I started laughing. You know what this is about. What are you talking about?
Charles does
What
this
are you
for
asking
every
this for?
NBA season. Now he's like, people doing this for football. I can't believe it. Charles,
Fam.
there are conspiracies. You do this every NBA. Anytime LeBron does anything, it's fixed.
This is not about the NBA, man. Stay on subject.
I'm on subject. I'm just saying, how can you ask me about the NFL when you do the same thing for basketball in the summer? You can't wait to do
mute
this
your
in the
mic,
summer.
Chuck.
Listen. We know that. Listen, because we already know LeBron is too old to win anything now. So
God,
Oh
Okay.
my
you're
God.
talking about the Super Bowl, sir.
Well, I am talking
hey, he
about
brought NBA. He brought the NBA example up. So
No, you did when you said that.
no, I never said NBA
No,
when
you,
I asked him this
You
question. I never
can't
said
say that.
NBA.
And
Carrington
but
felt
C-Dot
offended
is
as a
right.
LeBron fan to bring up the NBA.
No, you're just hating that. It's the same answer for NBA as it is for NFL. They hate us, so they make up the script thing. The same way that you hate LeBron, so you make up the script thing. It's very easy.
I'm not
It's
hating.
literally the reason why.
no, it's hate.
I'm
It's
not
hate.
hating.
How can everybody see you hate but you, Chuck? You're the only one that can't see is hate.
No, y'all can't see. Y'all can't see that LeBron is not a top 25 player right now in the league.
No,
Y'all,
we're
just
not
can't, y'all
doing
can't
this.
see that
All
right
right,
now.
let's
It's
move
too
on.
early in the
See,
morning.
my
It's too
bad,
early in the
D-Mac.
morning.
That's my
please,
bad.
man,
Too early in the morning. We can't do
because I
that.
don't want to argue. I don't want to argue LeBron
D-Mac, I
versus the
apologize.
logo. I don't want to do Jerry West. I don't want to do this.
Country, let me
Okay.
ask you this question to get us, we can stay on subject. We talked about this a little bit. I'm curious where you would rank Christian McCaffrey in terms of players that they've played so far in the Super Bowl. Like, I actually think he's the best player that they've gone up against in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. We talking about just all around. Yeah, he's up
Yeah,
there. He's top
on
5.
offense
Yeah,
and defense in this
I think
game. Like,
Lamar probably was the most dangerous.
no, Super Bowl
Was-
wise. So, I mean,
Super Bowl wise.
yeah, this is the 4th one. So between the Niners the first time, Tampa, Philly last year, and San Francisco, I think Christian McCaffrey's the best player they've gone up against.
Are we including quarterbacks?
Yeah.
We can.
You
I mean,
gotta go Brady then.
I would say Brady, even at the time, was still better. And honestly, I think that Trey Williams is better than CMC at left tackle. But because the offensive line is such a weak link unit, it's kind of a all-encompassing thing. So his impact may not necessarily be as big as CMC. But I think it's a fair argument, and he's such a unique weapon that he presents a lot of matchup issues, and it's going to test this linebacker crew in a very unique way that they haven't necessarily been tested probably this entire season, I'd say. So I think it's a fair statement.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know he was going out the entire run, but yeah, if he's going out the entire Super Bowl runs, it's definitely Tom Brady. Like, that's arguably the greatest quarterback we've seen play the game. He's in discussion or be one of the greatest players to ever play the game of football.
He's the only one that whooped us too. So
yeah, it's definitely Brady.
It's just crazy.
Our
Like,
offensive line will just.
you know, all of us either gamble or play fantasy football. It's just crazy. Like, if there's one thing I know is going to happen in this game, I know Christian McCaffrey is going to score. You know what I mean? Like, I know he is going to score in this game. And now it just, when does this score happen? Is this the first touchdown of the game that kind of sets the tempo? Does it come in kind of a little bit of a garbage time scenario? But I feel very, very confident just based on what we have seen this season that Christian McCaffrey is going to score in this game.
yeah, I definitely would take an anytime score of Christian McCaffrey. Him and Travis Kelce.
It's like minus 225, I think, for McCaffrey to score a touchdown in this game because it just feels like such a guarantee that he's going to score in this game. I actually really like the Kelce over on receptions. I mean, we saw what happened the last time that he had a bye week and how much that's just helped him. You're going to give him another bye in this game. I actually like a little bit of a sprinkle on Travis Kelce to win MVP too.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Carrington. Hold on, Chuck. Did you want Travis to play to get those 16 yards? 4,000?
Yeah, I mean, to me, we've kind of oversold. Like, let's say he plays the first series and he gets 2 catches and he gets out of the game. Like, I mean, does he get hit in that scenario? Does he get out of bounds? Like, I don't know. But I do think that taking the whole week off, having just the mental rest of not playing, I really do think that's helped spark them a whole lot. I mean, you know, guys, my stance. I think Travis Kelce, we are seeing a diminished player. But I think over these last 3 weeks, when it's just been like a hyper focus on, all right, I got rested. I just got to put together a solid month of football. I think you've seen it from him. He's been incredible. And one of the reasons why this offense struggled was this offense is built around Travis Kelce being wide receiver, number one. Like, not just a good tight end. It is based on him being one of the best skill position players in the National Football League. And that's exactly what he's been over the last 3 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I think that was the most important step that we've taken going into the playoffs, that I'm going to get rest. I don't want the record. I don't want to, well, not the record, but I don't need the accomplishment. I'm just going to get this rest. I know I need this rest. And he's looked like an older Travis Kelce, but he's looked like Travis Kelce. But did you know the gap between the next wide receiver was that large that he could look regular and still be the best tight end in the league?
I actually don't think he was the best tight end in the league. I don't think he was one of the top 2 tight ends in the league this year. He was still really good. I would actually put.
He was still in the top 5, though, right?
Yeah, Kittle was ahead of him. I was big on Sam Laporta this year. I thought Sam Laporta.
He was nice. Yeah, Sam.
I thought he had a really, really good season. Kelce was really, really strong. Was really, really strong over these last couple of weeks. He's been really, really good.
Yeah, was he better than T.J. Hockenson?
Hockenson had a really good season too.
He did too.
I mean, he just got hurt, unfortunately. But I would have Laporta as my first team all pro, because I thought he did amazing things for that Lions offense and the versatility that he provided him. And you kind of talked about, he didn't. It's not like he all of a sudden turned into 27-year-old Kelce, but he looked like the Kelce that we had gotten used to over these last 2 to 3 years, where even if it doesn't seem like an explosive athlete, he's consistently getting open every single play because he actually was healthy. And so it was a championship decision by him to sacrifice that personal accolade to say, hey, I need this rest. I need to be ready. And obviously it showed up well. And you talk about obviously him having a good game in the Super Bowl. I mean, he's always shown up in the Super Bowls that we've always played. The most underrated thing is that he led both teams to receiving yards in the Tampa Bay Super Bowl, even though we only scored 9 points. Having that extra bye week, the fact that the 49ers play such static defenses and a lot of zone coverage, they don't have anybody man-to-man that can match up for him, with them. So I think that he is in line for a very big game from that standpoint.
And we literally played that ran zone quite a bit. So
what'd you say, Charles?
Now saying we just played a team. We literally just played a team that ran a lot of zones for the most part throughout the course of the year, mixed in with some blitzes and all that. So that bodes well in our favor. From that standpoint,
even they were a little bit more willing to go to man than the 49ers are. They have more experience mixing up coverages from that standpoint. The 49ers don't necessarily, and so that's going to be a big difference if they're going to try and get out of their comfort zone and play something different. Go ahead, C-Dot.
No, I was I forgot what I was gonna say. I'll remember it. I just lost it.
You was gonna say who's gonna have the best game and why is it McCall Harbin?
I don't want McCall Harbin to touch the ball in the game.
Right.
In this game, I beg to differ.
I don't want him touching the ball.
I'm telling you, speed kills, man. I'm telling you. This is the game. Okay, let's get to the question. Do you think Jet will play, and how much of impact does he have?
He will have less than 10 yards.
Damn.
Okay, PJ.
He hasn't played in like, what is it, 2 months now? I mean, he's coming off of core surgery. I don't expect him to do.
Country, honestly, there should only be like 7 players that touch the ball in this game for the Chiefs. There should be like 7. It should be the big 3. I guess you can give Clyde a few touches. I mean, he only got 2 touches in the game, which I'm mad because I took his over on rushing yards at 7.5, and he only got 1 rushing yard, so he owes me money. That's number 1.
You thought that was happening again?
Yeah, I don't know why I bet. Literally the last 2 bets I've lost. I'm not lying. I bet on Clyde Edwards-Helaire and I bet on Missouri yesterday. That's my fault. Like I just gave money to the casino. Like just gave the money to the casino. Just makes no sense.
Yeah.
Justin Watson, MVS, Noah Gray. No one else on the team should touch the ball. Why? For what reason?
And
I
MVS
think
didn't record a stat in the last Super Bowl, so he got to get something this time. You
yeah,
would think.
maybe
He did it
it
all in
could
the
just be
AFC
Mr. Lucky.
Championship game. He had made his money.
They are going to have to find some down the field passing, and it could just be Justin Watson, or it could be a sprinkle of both. Who knows? But somebody's going to have to get down the field, and they're going to have to open it up at a certain point.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick? Because somebody just said, do you think KT will have? Kadarius Toney has less than 200 yards from scrimmage this season. Why do we even talk about Kadarius Toney? Why?
I put him in the Justin Ross category as far as I'm concerned.
Kadarius Toney has fooled you guys.
The only
He's
thing,
a 4-year-old, man.
the only thing Kadarius could possibly do in this game is do punt returns. They mentioned that
I don't want
a few days ago.
Kadarius Toney around.
Damn.
I don't know why. I'm telling you, Chiefs fans have an unnatural alliance, the losers. It doesn't make sense.
Not the Cat Williams interview.
There is not a fan base that has been clamoring to get more mid players involved in the offense over the course. What about Justin Ross? What about Kadarius Toney? What about Sky Moore? They're not good. Sky Moore has never proven that he is an NFL player. Not once.
We're not real 6'10" listeners. Yeah, well.
He's terrible. Kadarius Toney has been fooling y'all. He has been fooling y'all.
Just
if KT dissed you, that would go platinum in the hood. Man.
Young Joker.
Young Joker.
I said it coming into the season. I didn't expect a lot from Kadarius Toney. He's never been able to stay healthy. He's not somebody that's going to go out there and run real wide receiver routes. So I've never understood the idea of getting Kadarius Toney significant snaps ever. So
it's James Palmer's fault, bro. James Palmer said the Chiefs believed that he would be a number one receiver.
No,
and then everybody went crazy.
No, that ain't just James Palmer. I'm telling you, that's what they was telling people behind the scenes. The Chiefs would
I fully believe it. Yeah.
That's what they was telling people.
Yep.
Until he got to training camp and he hurt his knee on the first play doing nothing.
Kadarius Toney has had one decent season in his last 6 years. His last year at Florida is a decent season.
Mm-hmm.
It is a. I mean, it's not a great college season. It is a decent season.
Because he was behind Pierce and Pitts in that offense.
So we just love small, wiry, and like he can do something real quick that you like. Oh, okay, all right, hold on. It's fake. It's all props.
This is how I feel about Hollywood Brown, and when y'all say sign Hollywood Brown, that's how I feel. What he just said, it's the same thing.
Quit trying to get Hollywood Brown on this team. Quit trying to get Darnell Mooney on this team. No,
I know. D-Mac kind of likes Hollywood Brown, but
no. Look, here's the thing. I'm not.
He's a Netflix and chill, bro. It's a Netflix and chill. It's not a blockbuster.
I'm not a Darnell Mooney type of guy. He's a slot guy. We already got enough of Darnell Mooney, in my personal opinion. Hollywood Brown. He's actually been a productive wide receiver in this league. It's a lot more plausible to bring him in than it is than Kadarius Toney, in my opinion. You need a guy that's going to need to stretch the field deep. If he's there for a bargain, I'm fine with that. But I'm not going to spend a lot of money on him by any means. So that's just my thoughts on Hollywood Brown. I understand why other people think it's because you need it in the offense. You need to have to throw the ball down the field. Like this year, because your defense is, in a lot of respects, historically great, has worked. But you're going to need to throw the ball down the field. And if you can't get in the draft, I'm fine with Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, give me Ricky Pearsall from Florida in the draft over bringing Hollywood Brown here. That's all I gotta say on that.
I will continue to say we got lucky with the Rashee Rice. We can't go into the next season just completely relying on rookie wide receivers unless you're getting a stud.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick? What do you think Rashee Rice's ceiling is? Is it Brandon Ayuk? Is that like best case scenario for him?
Probably but that's like the top 5% outcome of what he would end up being. I think that his ceiling is probably very good wide receiver too. Other people say that it's wide receiver 1. It all depends on how well he can continue to separate versus man, and maybe he could get to the wide receiver 1 and hit that completely top ceiling. But I would be operating forward as if he's going to be my future wide receiver 2, and I still need a kind of guy that's more of a dominant receiving threat, because eventually Travis Kelce can't be that guy anymore. So.
I think for right now, he could be like a slightly better Chris Godwin, but it's early. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to project right now, but Rashee Rice is just only gonna get better from here on out. That's what I can say.
He has to. You don't have to really doesn't have a choice.
But I mean,
You
he's
got to
gotten
get
better
better.
over the second half of the season, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
expect that the arrow to still continue to point up. So, and I think
Once
that
they
they're
open up
in
the
year four.
playbook for him too, they need to open up
Yeah,
the playbook for him. He got like 7 plays.
they haven't used him a lot in
No,
a
he
variety of different
absolutely
ways.
has 7 plays. They run the same. They be working though. It's like NFL
They've
blitz.
been working. Yeah.
They run the bomb and sub zero for him. It worked. It worked every
He's,
time.
he's the John Cena of.
We can all picture it too. It's the slant. It's the quick screen. It's the quick hitching up 5 yards after they spread everybody out, and then it's occasionally a dig that they ran with. Those are literally the
5 moves of doom.
Yeah, he literally the
Scott?
only way he's running deep is that he literally has to call his own number, like he did in that Bengals game.
like he did.
That's the only
This
way he's running deep.
crazy, by the way. This is insane.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
Charles,
Hopefully they incorporate that next year.
Charles, real quick. Country told me the last time you went to the shop, you asked for the Travis Kelce. Is that true? That's what he said.
Oh man, I'm sick of the media. I'm sick of some of the media.
He
Dog.
said that Country told me that you sat down. He said you sat down and you looked up and said, "Hey man, I need the Kelce." That's what he told me you did to the barber.
Bro,
with enough hair to get the Travis Kelce.
Dog, we can't have a doggone thing, man. We can't have the fade. We can't have swag surfing. We can't have anything, man.
Bruh.
Everything gotta be gentrified.
You gotta be a supercuss to ask that question.
The Kelce.
You can't be at Goodfellas on 55th Street. Shout out to Alonzo and Brandon. You can't be at Joey Cuts and ask for the Kelce fade.
Have you ever asked for a celebrity cut before? Country?
No, not since the 80s. Not since like the early 90s.
All right, I'm gonna give you my
ask for Memphis Bleak?
I'm gonna give you my 2.
The Memphis.
All right. When I was this, I think I was like, this was after his first album. Jamie Foxx haircut was so fresh, dog. Jamie Foxx, his cut was fresh. I asked for the Jamie Foxx, and one time I asked for Ludacris. You remember when Ludacris finally cut his braids? That Ludacris cut was sharp for about a year. It was sharp. Those were 2 I asked for. I asked for the Jamie Foxx and the Ludacris.
You asked for the chops.
No, I didn't have the chops. I just had the
I did ask for the part though. Remember when people used to get parts here and then it'd go all the way back to the back? I used to ask for that.
I actually have had the super part before. I have
the super part. Yeah.
I used to get like a big circle. I used to get a big circle. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
The Shannon Sharp. No. I was off that diamond.
Shannon Sharp
off that diamond. Juice. There, yes. I asked for the Bobby Brown. I did.
That was nasty. Bobby Brown was nasty.
Bruh, I never asked for the Stephen Marbury part in the middle.
Oh shit. He had the Illmatic cut.
Hey Chris, relax. Chill out, man.
He said you had the Anthony Hamilton. It's nuts.
The missing Charlene fade.
Oh my god.
I ain't gonna lie. I did want to be. You remember the barbershop picture, and it show you all the different cuts. I was like, one day I want to be 21.
That's what Kelce did when he got his cut. He wanted to be 3.
I want to be one of the haircut stylists.
On me, not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's what he did. I'm sitting here looking at
Ross is funny. No, go back to that comment, Country. You went too fast.
Which
you
one?
went too fast. What Ross said. Yeah, that one. Slow down, old man. Slow down.
Hey, Carrington, when's the last time you wore a do-rag? I mean, a turtleneck.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Be.
Yeah, definitely got a part in the eyebrows. Yeah, definitely got my eyebrows.
I never got the part in the eyebrows. That's nuts. No, I never did that. The one of the things I did do, I ain't gonna lie to you. So, like currently I'm in OVO Country, you know that. I'm a proud OVO member.
Not for $800, I'm not.
Card carrying member.
Yeah, did you get that jacket by the way?
OVO, I was in G Unit. So I used to wear the
Oh.
do-rag under the fitted with the, I used to have a fitted with the
Yeah.
I wanted to be like 50 so bad.
Did you curl it up and have a little knot under the hat, or did you let it
No,
flow?
I didn't have that one. No, I didn't have that
Okay.
one. No.
Did
Yeah.
you cop some G
Because
units? Did you have a pair of G units at the
Yeah,
time?
I had the shoes and dog. They just had a junior with Echo. Oh my god, I had them in so many colors.
I did
I
have
was
a pair of S. Dot Carters.
I
I
was
ain't
the
gonna.
G unit,
I
man.
had two pair of S. Dot Carters.
You know,
So-
country. Them shoes was so ugly. Them shoes was terrible.
Did you have that tank top though?
Nah, I've always been skinny. I was way too skinny to have a G unit tank top. I was way too skinny for that. Nah, I wasn't big enough.
They said you got the genuine.
Got the so anxious. You can't have the so anxious.
My whole life has changed.
You had the differences.
That's not the name of the song. My whole life has changed. That's the name of the song.
No. One of the titles of the song is Differences.
The song is called Differences. Not
Yeah,
to you,
you
bro.
like it, old man. You like it, old
I
man.
didn't. I did not seriously do this, but for one Halloween, I did try and pull off the Murphy Lee do-rag double cap look.
Oh,
Oh no!
my God.
I did attempt to pull that one off.
D-Man.
That is disgusting.
D-Man. No.
Do-rag double
that's
cap look.
crazy.
Hey, that's wild. See that no bulletproof.
Yo, that's D-Mac.
D-Mac, don't you ever share that again.
Nuts.
That is definitely a
Oh, man.
YouTube short,
The thing is,
D-Mac.
you
You're going to live with that one.
Country sitting here getting his jokes off. He know he had those airbrush t-shirts. You know you did.
He definitely did.
You
He definitely had
one.
airbrush
He
t-shirts.
definitely had one of them.
He definitely had one.
I know I'm definitely aging myself, but do y'all remember like the iron-on print shirts from back in the day? They lasted about 3 washes and it was over. It's like, yeah, that was nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You tried the double hat.
The double
I
hat.
met Murphy Lee before. That's like I've met Murphy Lee one time in the club. Shout out to my cousin Vonzel, man. He was like, "Yeah, that's Murphy Lee." It was cool.
Yeah, speaking of Vonzel, man, them hoodies and jackets he got going.
Yeah,
Man,
them grind
them joints
addicts.
is blowing up.
Kansas City versus everything.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to my cousin,
OG
man.
Pat Senior wore it, and now everybody want one.
You know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
Is Pat Mahomes the blackest person that we've ever had represent Kansas City?
Marcus Peters.
I'm about to say, you forgot about Marcus Peters.
That is a very valid point, Carrington. That is a very valid point.
Anytime you will be on your job with no shoes or just standing on the backs of them, dog, that's next level. That's next level.
No socks.
Dog, you
was
at
I wasn't at nah.
You was
nah,
at Gen
bro.
X?
No. White tees. We was white teeing at Gen X. I wasn't buying no clothes on the Gen X though.
I was getting all my white tees from Foot Action. Foot Action was where you had to get the white tees.
Foot Action.
Yeah,
Stafford's, baby. I'm a Stafford guy.
Them mugs
JC
so crisp.
Penney.
They still good now if you get them for a nice little undershirt, little Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
Fam, like
some people love Stafford.
remember some people wore the tall T sticker on the
Oh
the
yeah,
white
of course.
shirt?
You couldn't take the sticker off.
That's when you could
I
get
never got
5 for
that.
25, right? The t-shirts, it was like 5 for
You
25.
still can.
CJ, I wouldn't go that far, bro. I wouldn't go that far.
Nah, I definitely rather had a polo tee.
Yeah, definitely. We are totally off subject.
I gotta get off here soon, but yo, isn't it crazy how like all the shit that we was like really into in the 90s and 2000s, like bro, like country right now, if you try to go get a vintage Chiefs starter jacket, like dog, these dudes is asking for like $200, $250. I'm like, dog, what are y'all on? Dog, these jackets used to be $40 5 years ago at they couldn't give them away at the flea market, couldn't give them away at the thrift shop. Now these same 90s jackets, dog, I just got one for my mom 2 years ago. It was like $85. Dog, that same jacket now would at least be $150, $160.
Yeah, definitely. Times have changed.
Dog, I was
Inflation.
Inflation. What was your top 3 starter pullover jackets? Because that Hornets made a lot of money back in the day.
I
That teal
actually
and
had,
purple Hornets pullover.
yeah,
The
I
Green
love
Bay
the
Packers with
Carolina
the G
colorway.
on it, the green and yellow. Oh my God.
I really like the Carolina colorway with the black and the teal.
Black and teal.
You're right. The
Yeah.
Charlotte Hornets one, that colorway is fire. I'm trying to think of
Yes,
another.
Oh
Chris.
hell yeah!
Yes,
That
Chris.
they starts hell yeah.
Yeah.
The Black Kings. I was like that. Yeah,
Back
that.
in the days, all you had to do was have like a good logo, and you could just be popular in the hood because it wasn't about the team. We didn't care about the Kansas City. I mean, we didn't care about the Los Angeles Kings. All we knew was Gretzky.
Miami
Who you got winning
had
the
the
Super Bowl,
full,
Carrington?
full black one.
I'm picking the Chiefs to win 23-17. I've already placed a couple of bets. I got the Chiefs at plus 105 on the money line. Biggest reason for me why I'm picking the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs have the best coach in the game. I think the Chiefs have the best quarterback in the game. And I think the Chiefs defense is the best unit in the game. Like Kansas City's defense versus Kansas City's offense, vice versa. I think that the Chiefs defense is the best unit. And if you're telling me that they're going to get 2 weeks to prepare for Brock Purdy, I think they figure it out. I think Purdy probably throws one interception in the game. It just makes one critical mistake, and I think the Chiefs take advantage of it. So I like them to win 23-17. So far, I only got 3 bets out. I took Chiefs on the money line, second half under, just because the Chiefs can't score consistently, and their defense normally does really well in the second half. So I took the under. I actually just was like kind of searching for prop bets, and I took under on Isaiah Pacheco, longest reception, which was 10.5.
Okay. Here's another question. Mahomes wins this game with this season, with this core wide receivers, with all the ups and downs. How much does this close the gap between him and Tom Brady?
We actually led the show with this Wednesday. I can't remember the day. I think it's 2 different things. You got to mute Charles real quick because I'm about to make a comparison to LeBron.
Yeah, he's already.
You know it's coming.
Charles, hold it in. I know it's killing you. Hold it in. Pause.
I don't think there is an argument that you can make that LeBron has a better resume than Michael Jordan. Like, it is impossible to make, right? Fewer championships, lost in the championship, changed teams. Like, you cannot make his argument is better. But if you were arguing that LeBron is the best player that you've seen, how can anyone debate you on that? Like, is what you see it is how LeBron has made you feel, right? I don't think it will be very, very unlikely that Mahomes has a better resume than Tom Brady. He has 7 championships, and they have played each other in the postseason 2 times, and Tom Brady is 2-0. So you maybe got to get to like 8 or 9 to even counteract the fact that that guy he has more accomplishments than you. If you were arguing that Mahomes is the best quarterback that you've ever seen from like a physical standpoint, athleticism, skill set, I think he's already in that conversation. Like, I think from a resume standpoint, he's already top 3. The only quarterbacks I would say have a better resume than him are Brady and Joe Montana, if they win on Sunday, right? If they win on Sunday. But just in terms of what you've seen and how he's performed and how he's played and how he's handled it, if you just came away thinking, hey, if I had one game and I needed one quarterback, I would take Patrick Mahomes. I don't think that's the wrong answer. I mean, I would still take Tom Brady, but I don't think that I don't think that answer is invalid. I don't think it's a bad answer to give to Patrick Mahomes. So that's kind of where I am on the thing. I mean, as much as I think Kansas City doesn't really count the Super Bowl against them, we all are in the sports space enough to know if you are the random person in Texas and you see Mahomes and Brady played each other in the Super Bowl and one team has scored 31, the other team scored 9 points, and that's the worst that Mahomes has played in his career, I think it's going to be really difficult 15 years from now to argue that the losing quarterback was better than the winning quarterback.
It's fair.
I think
It's fair. And without context, yeah, but yeah, it's fair. I think it'd be 3 peats. That closes a lot of that gap if he can pull off a 3-peat.
At this point, he has to do something that Brady has never done, and that's really
right. Yeah, that he's
never done. And to your point about context, history just never remembers context. Like we can, like,
history don't give a damn.
We can talk about context. History never remembers context. Like, think about how Charles talks about LeBron. Dog, one NBA Finals, he didn't have Kevin Love or Kyrie. In what world did we think that LeBron's team was winning that? But it's like, oh, he lost in the championship. Like, no, we forget context all the time.
All that goes out the window.
And he was up 2-1 though.
You got to go first to 4. You got to go first to 4. Don't matter if you up 2-1. You got to go first to 4. They wasn't winning.
He was at home when that happened.
I seen teams be up 3-1 and not get the 4.
I wish y'all just stop comparing my quarterback to these bums, man.
Hey, we can't talk about LeBron without Boogie here, bro. Like, stop it.
Country, I think you make a very good point, though. He's got to do something that Brady never
What is
did.
there left to do, though? Brady did so much. Like
the 3-peat would satisfy that. That would be a thing to where you're saying, oh, well, he has 7, yeah, but he never won 3 in a row in a literally no other team has ever won 3 in a row. So, that's the kind of thing that narrative wise, as far as the resume can be argued. But, it's a very difficult thing to reach 7 championships. But yeah, we'll see.
I know, Carrington.
It's definitely LeBron, bro.
Carrington, I know you got to
go. Stop it. No, we're not doing that. It's equal. It's equal. You can't
Carrington said, no, we ain't letting that go down.
Great question, Boogie. Hey, you didn't even listen to my playlist, bro. I made a Drake playlist.
I just wanted you to make it. I wanted you to go through it and make it.
It was nerve-wracking.
I actually do have an idea that in the summer I want to have a different Chiefs podcast on every day for a week. I do want to do that. That actually feels like a really good June thing to do.
Yeah,
it don't be done anyway. We already
the Royals will be out of the playoff race. Yeah, no problem.
We already know the Royals.
Okay, St. Louis.
No, wait a minute, Louis. Cardinals fan.
Chill out, St. Louis. Stay over there, St. Louis. Stay over there.
You gonna throw that little jab out there. You dirty for that, bro. You dirty.
See that? Call your shot, and we'll only post a clip if you get it right. Who's the person that's gonna pick off Brock Purdy?
Fred McDuffie.
Mike Edwards.
That's a great person to bet on. He's the one with
that's a great choice.
Mike Edwards.
Tell me if this tracks for you, because I've said that kind of a little bit throughout the season. There are certain defensive players that have that take the ball away type of gene in them. And you see it. And sometimes it's lesser players like a Mike Edwards, who's a little bit more of a role player. Sometimes it's Hall of Fame greats that make them great, like Ed Reed, who was just excellent at that because he was a free safety that could cover everywhere and took the ball away. I feel like Mike Edwards brought that element to this defense where he has the ability to just be around the football at all times, kind of like Kyle Hamilton as well. I feel like that was a very important signing from that standpoint.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, this is a great answer. Willie Gay.
I can see.
I like it.
I wish Bolton would catch it, but he got that big club on his. I don't think Bolton should have had one against Lamar.
Yeah, they showed it to the franchise. He was on the sideline like, y'all lucky. You're showing the club.
Carrington, I know you got a few minutes left before you go, but have you seen that video of the Taylor Swift fans, the Swifties, they decorating their table for the Super Bowl party and stuff? You seen that video yet?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Be happy.
Okay, so I gotta ask you a question. I said all they would need is to ask the Kansas City barbecue, and I'm there. Would you add anything else besides that? Would you add anything to the table at all?
Okay, I guess number one, I don't think I would be at a Swiftie Super Bowl party just because like I. Hold on.
That's business.
I got a phone call. My bad. You good? I don't want to go to a Swiftie thing. This is why I only will watch the game with a select group of people. I don't want to have to explain nothing to you. Like, you can ask like a scenario, hey, what do you think they go do on third down? But if you asking me like what's too many men on the field, that's not a part of the conversation that I want to be on. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. I don't that's not a Super Bowl party that I want to be at. I do the same thing for the last 2 weeks every year. At my house, we have the AFC and NFC championship game. The same people come over. And then for the Super Bowl, I go over the same people's house. This will be 15 years of me going to the same Super Bowl house. So that's where I am. Before I get out of here, because I do actually got to go. So Boogie is mad at me. So a couple of weeks ago, when the Chiefs was playing Baltimore, we did a seafood draft. So you could draft any food that you want, but it has to contain seafood. Mm-hmm. This man, Aaron Ladd, took salmon. Salmon is not a top 25 seafood. It's not.
That's not true.
This was my argument.
Top 25. This is nasty.
No, it's not. I mean, don't think about it. Crab cakes, crab legs, shrimp Alfredo, just like gumbo. Like you can think of 25 things that have some seafood in it that are better than salmon. It's not. This is my argument against salmon. We all like salmon. Salmon's not bad. You've never had salmon and it been in contention for some of the best food you've ever had. Never. Not one time. It's just good. It's just solid.
But that consistency makes it top 25 easily. Amongst
exactly.
Yes, it makes
sense.
I'm telling you.
But I agree. You should not be drafting it in your top 5. You should not be drafting it in circle. It should have been off the board.
Top 5, no.
If you feel that way, then you've never been to New Orleans. Because I can give you 15 things just in New Orleans that do not have salmon that you would be like, yo, this is incredible.
15, I agree. You probably could get 15. You probably get 20, but it's making it into the top 25.
No.
There's 25 ways you can cook shrimp better than salmon. Seriously.
I love shrimp.
Right now,
I hate to be on this. I hate to be on your side, character, but I'm riding with you.
Right now, if I give you the best char grill oysters you ever had, would you rather have that or have the best salmon you ever had? Man, if you don't give me them oysters, I'm about to go like that girl down in Atlanta. I'm eating 48 of these.
I completely agree. The ceiling is low, but the consistency makes the floor very high. And so that lands in that 20 to 15 range, in my opinion. It's not. It shouldn't be close to your board, though. I agree. You should never think about it as far as top 5. There should be a panic.
Simmons like a white wide receiver in the draft.
Bro,
see, you make that joke, but we finna take Lad McConkey in the first round, and now everybody gonna have to shut up about it.
Wait, time out. He going first round?
No, we shouldn't.
Some people got him going.
Some people got him in the first round, though.
Man.
I saw Robinson in the first round from Mizzou today, and I was like I love Robinson, but like first round off a Senior Bowl practice, like relax. That's a different conversation for a different day.
Yeah. Oh my God. We appreciate you. Where you gonna be today, though? Where you gonna be today?
I'm on Sirius from 11 to 3.
Right on. You can cuss on that one. Oh, big time.
You can. I mean, I don't, but you can.
Big time Carrington.
You can.
CBS Sports.
Curse, and I don't ever like dump them. Like obviously, like there's no reason to, but I try not to curse.
Mm-hmm.
You play music? What do you talk sports?
Yeah, I'm on Mad Dog.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's why he comes on once a year.
Congratulations to Carrington. Number one show in Kansas City and all over the airwaves and national, and he's the next one to go.
I don't have any plans on going anywhere. People ask me this all the time. I do not have any plans on moving.
Let Phoenix call you and say, "Come on down here and run our drive." You gone. You on the first thing smoke.
Phoenix?
Yeah.
No, Phoenix is not in the top 3 cities I go to.
All right, who's in the top 3? Where'd Nick go? Nick went to Houston. As soon as they call.
I don't have any.
They got good food and good culture first. Those are the first 2 at least. I wouldn't move to Houston.
It's thick out there, Carrington. It's thick out there.
Consider Atlanta. I would move to Chicago to work with Danny.
Chicago's great.
Bro, Danny Parkins hanging up on Jason Lockenford is still top 5 radio moments of all time, bro.
That might honestly be it.
That was the funniest.
Just Chicago?
Yeah, or Atlanta.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Because my contract's up in June, but I'm not worried about it. But the last time it was up, I just made like a realistic, like these are the 8 cities I would consider going to. And then I talked to 3 of them, and it just wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't that excited about it.
Albuquerque.
I also just don't think. I also don't think that moving helps me a whole lot at this point. I mean, I already do Sirius. I already do CBS. Like, if one of those places want to hire me, it's not because I moved to San Francisco. You know what I mean? Like, that's
right.
Like that's not why I get hired the job. I got offered nights at Sirius, and I turned it down just because I don't want to leave afternoons to not be on during like the prime time during the day.
Look at Carrington, the businessman. We rarely get to see business side Jay-Z out of Carrington. Man, I like this.
I really enjoy living in Kansas City. I enjoy my job. The Chiefs make it really easy. Not the PR, the football team, they make it very easy.
Yeah. But you tell you taking that Supermax in June, don't Nah, man, we proud of you, man. You are, bro.
I actually do plan on taking the Supermax. I'm gonna try to plan on that. I do plan on that.
Carrington, do you want rings or money? You want legacy or do you want money? What do you want?
I do. I guess I will say this and go. The last time, I actually got offered afternoons in a top 10 market, and I went to 610 and I said, if my salary doesn't start with this number, I will putting my 2 weeks in. Like, wait, we'll fix it. And it got fixed. So I'm happy at this point.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I don't really want anything at this point. I'm very content with living in Kansas City and working at 610. So if that's what I do for the foreseeable future, I'm more than happy with that.
We just gotta get you that right co-host, man. You gotta get you that one guy.
I love Rob. I'm happy with the show the way that it is.
Rob is funny, man.
Rob, he has moments.
I'm very happy with the show the way that it is.
Shout out to Rob, though. Shout out to Rob.
Yeah, Rob's decent. Rob's decent. Like Harrison had worse co-hosts before in the past.
Ooh,
so this one ain't.
Carrington, please answer that question. Joy Taylor said, "Hey, you can have her, but you got to come to Montana, baby." Elena,
actually, you know what? I plan on meeting Joy Taylor at Nick's wedding. So Nick is having like a celebration. It's like they didn't have like a wedding. So for his 10-year anniversary, they're having one. So I plan on, I don't need to move because I plan on when I meet Joy Taylor, that's when I plan on telling her to come home. That's when I plan on telling her, I got the food in the microwave for you. Come home, man. Come home.
I can't wait till Carrington got arrested at. I can't wait till the Carrington got arrested at Nick Rice's wedding.
Yo, I'm telling you, dog.
I just need 5 good minutes.
This Instagram streak she's on right now is just, I'm talking 98 Bulls. I mean, every next Instagram picture, I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, what happened was she got away from Colin Cowherd. And once she got away from Cowherd, she really doesn't let them dogs free. And I'm like, bro, what is going on over there?
Hey, but Joy or Taylor?
Who?
Joy or Taylor Rooks?
Joy Taylor is right now is my number one. Above any, like, there's not a woman right now that I want to be with more than Joy Taylor.
I don't know. Taylor is.
And Taylor 1000%.
I actually met Taylor Rooks. I met Taylor Rooks in Miami at the Super Bowl. It wasn't that big of a deal to me. Like, it was just like, oh, hey, like, it's nice to meet you. I appreciate your work, but it wasn't. I didn't have that feeling.
Hey, man, nice talking to Carrington today. He's going to be on Sirius XM today.
I got one more story. So there have only been 3 times that I was like, wow, that's so-and-so. Like, I met so-and-so, right? I remember I was at this Super Bowl party. I don't even know how we got there. It was in Phoenix. And I remember, like, I turned to my right, and I was like, damn, that's Jameis Winston. Like, I just still, like, think the Heisman Trophy is really cool. So it was like, oh, damn, that's Jameis. And I was like, it kind of caught me off guard. We were standing next to each other. The other time was Cam Newton. That Auburn Cam Newton, he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. And
did he have a funny hat on?
I saw Christy Teigen in person. bro. It's different than like fine woman and supermodel. It's different.
Different level.
It's different. I'm telling you, it ain't like Instagram baddie. I'm telling you, I saw Christy Teigen done up and talk to her, bro. You don't understand. You don't understand. It was crazy. It was crazy. All right, I'm about to get out of here.
Man.
I appreciate y'all. D-Mac, I'm gonna see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all.
See you in Vegas, though.
What you gonna see? Where y'all? Oh, y'all going to Vegas? You going to Vegas?
Me and D-Mac about to be. We about to be in the club.
I already got my fitteds ready. I got my fitteds ready, dog.
Yeah, I got you. D-Mac, you coming with me. Somebody said link me with Tiana Trump. Nah, bro.
That's Boogie.
Never,
You know that's Boogie.
Boogie.
You know that's Boogie.
You know Boog was
If I had the Tiana Trump, bro, I'd be walking around so different, dog. You wouldn't even notice me. You wouldn't even notice me if I had the Tiana Trump body. You wouldn't notice me.
I'll be like, I remember when I could text Carrington, but I can't get a hold of him anymore.
I can't get a hold of him now.
Hold on. I actually reply to Country. Charles,
Yeah, I'm a little important.
Yeah, I know, man. All right, bro.
Peace out, see that.
All right, bro. Be easy, man.
Tiana Trump.
Oh God, that's funny, bro. The Tiana trailer, the Tiana trailer, the Tiana Trump oop. So, hey, man, yo, thank y'all for riding with us, man. I know this was like out of the blue, and we had to catch him at a good time, and this was like the only time that fit. So, we definitely gonna be hitting y'all. Tell the truth, God. Y'all got a show this week, and we definitely hitting them up. Super Bowl week, baby. We here. We are here. Man, it's going to be fun. So we got any sponsorships you want to do today, Chuck?
See, listen, man, just go out and check Hammond's website, bro. I don't know if they got the starter jackets left still, but just go check the website, man. See what's out there. I'm sure
The
they got
Chief starters are gone.
Yeah, the Chiefs ones are gone.
All of them. The satin one, the pullover, all of them are gone.
Yeah, they took them.
So that means we got paid, I think. I don't know. Maybe.
Shout out to Homage, man.
Shout out to Homage. Pay homage.
Yep. So yeah, man. Other than that, man, I don't have anything else, man. Thursday night, you'll get my real thoughts. You'll get all my thoughts on the Super Bowl matchup. So for now, I'm keeping it light.
We'll be going into kind of in-depth matchups and things on Wednesday with Tell the Truth, man. So look forward to it.
Exactly. With that being said, y'all,
I'm about to go to my birthday brunch. 3rd Street Social, about to eat up like a hog. Y'all be easy, man. Happy Sunday, man. Have fun this week, man. It's time to lock in, though. We locked in on the 49ers. Let's go get them.
Yes, sir. God is the greatest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all your social media platforms. Till the next episode. We out. 1 week away, baby.
I did not turn 50. I did not turn 50. Did you just put hearts?
Yeah, I'm about to say, wait, time out. What was that?
Wait, can I do that again?
Wait a minute. I hate D-Man.
I didn't know that was possible. I'm so confused.
How'd you do that? I definitely don't have that phone.
Oh, Lord.
Like, that's amazing. Chuck, let's go.
Yeah, all right, we out, y'all.